Good afternoon, Emporia Hornets. What's going on?
What's up, everyone? Are they
There we
hearing
are.
us?
Yeah, they hear us.
Okay, I can't hear me.
Is that better?
Okay, there we go.
You also got your nod here now, so you can adjust personal audio.
Oh, turn that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got some new additions to our audio setup, so bear with us. Why is my mic out also?
Yeah. But yeah, welcome back, everyone. So we're actually gonna have an earlier game for you guys today. Our League of Legends game got rescheduled for 6 p.m. instead of 7.
Yeah. So my name's Norm.
My name's Knight.
And we're your casters for tonight. And tonight we're gonna bring you through a wonderful game here.
A wonderful last game of the season. Too.
Yeah. We're gonna be going through Emporia State University versus Bethany, Swedes, match 28 of the night, round 7, 6 p.m. CST on November 6th. Today we are currently 3-3 even with Emporia, and when it comes to the Bethany Swedes, they are 4-2.
Yeah, this is also potentially a tiebreaker for 4th place in the league.
Yeah,
so
we're hoping for a 4th place. Some false reports, but you never know.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, this is our final game till playoffs. So far, I don't think any of our teams have made playoffs. Our only chance
might have.
Chess may have in a different league, so we will see how they end up. We haven't got results.
We won't get results for playoffs until probably this weekend.
But so far, League of Legends is our best chance of getting into playoffs. The only possible way we get into playoffs is if we get some false reports, which if you're a fellow student here at Emporia, you'll know that's been very common throughout the last couple seasons, getting us into playoffs. So we'll see. My mic, please get into the proper positioning. There we are.
No.
But we'll see how this game goes tonight.
Yeah. As a side note, really quickly. Well, for one, am I allowed to wear this considering this is a brand? Not really a brand.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool. So for those who know their comic books and everything, you see this? Yeah, so Norm thought that was an Ottawa, this is an Ottawa jacket.
I did indeed. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, he's uncultured. Call him out.
I still don't know what it is.
Get him. We're not going to tell you either, so
okay.
You can search it up for yourself later.
But we are going into the game here at 6 o'clock CST.
Yeah, it looks like Bethany is all signed in here.
We're just waiting for Emporia.
Yeah. And then on a side note, I guess, for the game itself, League of Legends just had a new patch, and they released their Panda Pal Lux skin.
They did. They did indeed. I have not gone over the patch notes, but I have seen the Panda Lux skin going around.
It's actually a pretty cute skin, even though it's like one of those skins where it's like different enough so you don't feel too oversaturated. And besides, apparently it's a charity skin, which I didn't know about.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. Apparently 100% of the proceeds are going to yeah, that's the Mecha Kingdom skin too.
So
the Darius one is so it's the top 4.
So we got Machine Herald Victor, Mecha Kingdoms Darius, Mecha Kingdoms Wukong, and Panda Pellux, which I love.
Yeah.
Rival
and then they're gonna do
100% of proceeds as well as 2 times match to the Riot Games Social Impact Fund.
That's actually really nice. You can feel slightly better about buying that new Lux skin, guys.
But yeah, as we are going into this game, so far, we're just waiting. Where'd my music go?
For our starting lineup for Emporia State University, you're getting the standard starting lineup. You've got Astro as our support, Aiden T. Allen as our ADC, Fo Carrion as our top laner, Kyle as our jungler, and Hakuma? Oh, my bad. Hakuma as our mid laner. And for Bethany Swedes?
For Bethany Swedes, we are looking at Eldritch Goth, Dancing Cow, Sutton 22, Scored, and Killer Wind.
Interesting. I just realized I'm going to need to grab my computer.
Go ahead. Go grab it. And it looks like Emporia's home team today. We're still waiting for the check-in of everyone else. It is currently 6 o'clock, 15 minutes till forfeiture if Emporia doesn't sign in here. you probably should. Gotta love our lovely facade of a green screen that is not very effective. It gives you guys something better than our broken wall behind us, that's for sure. But going into this tonight, we are glad to have our final game of the season. Hopefully not, but if it does come to that, we've been glad to have our final game of the League of Legends seasons here with you, especially at 6 o'clock. That means I get to go early today, and I'm excited about that. And it looks like our team is fully checked in, so we are just waiting for a lobby to be created here. So we should be seeing that any minute. We did get approval for stream as well. So yeah, we're all good to go. op.gg, I guess I'll do a quick cast here, see what we got going on. We are going to be looking at 2 plat players, a silver 3, 2 bronze 4s, and an iron. Overall, we're looking at scored to be our bot laner, Miguel being our jungle, Mr. Cow being, that is not a checked in person, I should have, or yes it is. So Mr. Cow being our mid laner, Eldred Goff being our support laner, and Trey 40k being our top laner. They're all checked in now, yeah. That's at least from op.gg. Whether it is correct, we will see when we get in game here. We are still waiting on an invite. Looks like Faux Carrion is going to be creating our match currently, getting everything set up.
The Sonic shirt is the next one, 'cause it's
Yeah, as long as it doesn't say anything.
That's Sonic.
You might want to cover it up. I mean, I don't think it'll be an issue, but
Not in here, though.
that's your decision to make.
It's not like I'm advertising, hey, by the way. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just like graphic tees. Half the time they have puns on them.
I don't like graphic tees. They make me feel like I'm back in middle school again with my mother, like buying the cringiest of things and going, hey, wear this to school, honey.
I'm just hearing that you are uncultured.
Like, I remember I had a graphic tee, and I still do to this day, but I do not wear it. And
yeah,
it
all
says,
I'm hearing is uncultured.
It
Like,
says,
first you didn't know about Nightwing, then you don't know about
it said,
you don't like the graphic tees, like.
It said find X with the Pythagorean theorem, and it had like two sides. It had the 2 sides and then X, and then somebody had circled the X and said found it.
Nerd.
So I prefer my Hawaiian shirts. There's nothing wrong with it, and it looks like we are going to get an invitation to the game.
Cool. All right, we're not going to be monitoring chat because I just remembered my PC needs to, or my computer needs to charge. So.
Okay. Do you mind doing some casting while I go get a water?
Because I give you my card. Will you give me a drink too?
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool.
Let me. Okay. We'll be back here, everyone. We're going to take a real quick break.
All right, everybody. I'm back at least. Norm's gonna be on his way in a few seconds here. But we're gonna be getting into draft here pretty quickly. We got the spectator link for the draft. Good job. We're on stream now. So Norm's habit of grabbing a Coke before stream led him to get a Coke instead of an actual drink. So, or instead of water. My bad. Yeah, we're about to get into draft now. So ESU is gonna be on blue side here for this draft. You probably should have had that set up before we Gotcha. Nah, but hear me out. Just create one before. I don't know what to tell you. All right, we're currently waiting on bans here. Oh, okay, so ESU is going to start off our ban sequence here. They're going to ban Poppy here. Then we're going to see an Orn ban and from Bethany, Swedes, and a Kaisa ban for ESU. Understandable, though. Poppy can be a very tanky, very annoying champion to deal with in either laning phase or in the jungle, really. They're going to ban... Bethany's going to ban Mordekaiser next, and then ESU's going to ban Corki. I believe they're going to be banning mainly ADCs here because they realize Bethany's ADC player is probably one of their higher tier players. But let's see who we shall end off this first banning phase. And it's going to be Hecarim for Bethany Swedes. Interesting. But understandable. We really... me personally, I don't enjoy playing against Mordekaiser or Hecarim players. But yeah, so ESU is going to start off picking here. They're going to start off with the Caitlyn pick. Let's see who Bethany decides to choose here. I assume they'll probably go with either their bot lane as well or their jungle, depending on based on how previous things go. And they're gonna go Jax to start us off here. Now the question is that a Jax top or a Jax jungle? Only time will tell. And that's going to be a Jax top, so that's going to be a Viego in the jungle there for Bethany Swedes. And we're going to see an Aatrox from our top lane. And an Orianna for our mid lane here. Interesting. I have not seen the Aatrox from foe. So this is going to be a first for the stream. And now I do also predict that they're going to be going for a solo AP with their mid laner here for ESU with that Orianna. And we're going to see the Leona pick to end off Bethany's final first phase picks. And so they're back on the clock for bans here.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Gotcha. And they're gonna ban the Aurelia. Don't know. Oh wait, so the Aatrox might be for our jungler. I realize Kyle does play the Aatrox jungle. I almost forgot about that one. But yeah, so they are gonna ban out the Aurelia here. Foe's probably feeling very targeted now. And who knows? They might actually ban this Mbessa next. Okay, so ESU's gonna continue with their ADC ban phase here, banning Smolder. we're just waiting on the final ban for Bethany Swedes. And it's going to be a Xerath ban. Understandable. We all know Astro loves to play Xerath. His famous Flash Ghost Xerath.
Yeah.
Haven't got to see it on stream, though.
We really haven't. I know, because I talked to him, I'm like, what happened to the Flash Ghost Xerath? And he's like, it's still there.
Well, ESU is the final team here to ban. Final ban of this match game, whatever. And they're going to ban Cho'Gath. Interesting.
You know, I am fine with a Cho'Gath ban.
Yeah, I mean, considering Bethany banned the Aurelia does typically counter, like, Cho'Gath and a lot of more, basically up-close and personal characters. Strictly because of her fast abilities and ability to do a lot of damage, too, so it's understandable. All right, we are going to get an Ashe here for the ADC. Now, ESU still has to pick their support and their top laner here. If the Aatrox is, in fact, the jungler.
You know, I would not be surprised to see a Leona here.
They already picked Leona.
I mean, a Rel, sorry.
Yeah, I can see that.
The other horse lady.
It's going to be a Swain, actually.
I like to see it. I really do. Astro's Swain is really strong.
It is. And we're going to see a Malphite in the top lane.
Nice. I love Malphite. Even though our top laner hates Malphite, it's surprising.
Well, he hates how Malphite plays.
Then why play him? That is
I mean,
the question.
he's played him twice, but listen, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. All right. And my drink didn't explode. Nice. All right. So now we're just waiting on the final pick here for Bethany Swedes. This is going to be their mid laner. Sion? Huh. I mean, without... But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a Sion mid here versus this Orianna. Or it could be a Jax mid. You never know. Yeah, this is a weird draft for sure. You don't get to see too many double top lane games here.
Yeah, so our draft is finished. Now we're just waiting for game startup here.
But yeah, as soon as we get, as soon as they get into game, we're gonna have a 3-minute delay strictly because of Riot and their spectating rules. So, yeah, I don't know. Out of this game, I'm really interested to see how this works.
Yeah, you know, I guess let's go over what we have here so far.
Well, in the top lane matchup, it's going to be a Malphite, and I'm going to assume a Jax.
Jax, yeah, and that is a really tough matchup. Anything into Jax is really bad.
True. But, however, in the late game, Malphite is going to get tankier and almost be... Actually, no, that's a Sion top. That's a Jax mid.
Okay, then.
Huh.
That is...
Wait, is that going to be an AP Jax mid?
Are we sure of that, or did they stack incorrectly?
I don't think they stacked.
Well, because I also know you have to stack in the most likely order that you will play. You don't technically have to play those roles. At least that's how it was when we played with Play Versus. So there were times where there was a top main. They saw what our top player played, and then they swapped over to support because of that.
Well, I believe in NECC you have to pick your champions in order, at least in the actual game itself. You have to be in lobby by order of which lane you are playing. So based on NECC rules, that's going to be a Sion top and a Jax mid.
Interesting. That is, you know, I can see the Malphite versus Sion top lane.
Yeah.
That is anybody's lane up there. You got two really tanky champions that really can be played tank or very aggressively. I do think Sion wins that. I think actually Malphite wins that early game just because Sion doesn't do enough damage early on. and is not tanky enough.
That is true. But both of them are going to get tanky here. And Caitlyn, I mean, here's the thing. It's going to probably go into their ADCs at this point with how tanky and with how strong they're going to be in the late game.
Well, another thing I'm wondering is if they're going to be doing the infamous ADC top swap. I mean, support top swap.
Interesting.
Depending on how the game goes. Because that is something that Riot tried to counteract that did not work at all.
Yeah, I mean, they have to wait 4 minutes now instead of the
Does that work in custom games, though?
Yeah, I mean, it's based on Riot's rules in general. Patches are for game, like any type of games, because that's also the type of rules that they use for tournaments and worlds and stuff. So,
but so we're not only seeing that. So that's our top lane. In the mid lane, we have the Orianna
and Jax. Yeah, so Orianna's gonna have to play safe here, especially in the early game, because Jax can get a lot of damage in. However, the Jax does have to be careful because Orianna is a very poke-heavy champion. So if she does get him down low enough early off, she can basically finish him off.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to our bot lane, we got the Caitlyn versus the Ashe. I think Caitlyn just wins that lane.
Here's the thing. Caitlyn outranges, so it's going to be easier more than likely for poking and stuff. However, Ashe can really build up her attack speed, and Caitlyn has a notoriously slow attack speed.
Yeah. So that's really, I mean, anyone's game, especially early on. Early on, Caitlyn wins that. I think late game, that's where the decider comes, especially with the scale.
Right.
Now, for both of these.
For lane, I believe it's going to come down to this Leona and this Swain. Now, Swain is going to build up tanky
and
eventually in that late game, but Leona is tanky early on.
And is Swain really the right pick with Caitlyn? Also, because Caitlyn's whole thing is range versus Swain's
however,
come here.
That's true. However, my thing is with the Swain, he'll be able to pull them into Caitlyn traps.
That is true. Then we also have the jungle, which is the Aatrox versus the Viego. That's anyone's game.
Yeah, no, this is literally just the jungle. Whoever can farm the fastest, get their team kills, or take the kills.
Yeah,
I have what type of jungler.
Not seen a Viego or a Aatrox in the jungle before.
Well, he has played it in previous games, but it's never been against a Viego.
That is true. And another thing is both these teams are very scale heavy.
Yeah.
Which one really scales faster here? I think Emporia's scales at the. I think they scale at the same rate. I think Emporia's scales a bit longer though.
Probably because of that Swain and Malphite.
Yeah.
And Aatrox, of course, depending on what items he might just. Yeah, but depending on what he builds, he's gonna get either really tanky or just really hard to kill. Because of like items like I don't know if Aatrox still builds Sundered or not, but just the amount of heal regen he's gonna get.
Okay, we are into the game.
All right, into this laning phase, we're gonna more than likely see the 5 point here. However, we do see Bethany is looking to possibly invade here. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be. Yeah, they're gonna be invading here.
It is going to be spotted by the Malphite. Everyone's going to start collapsing here, too.
Yeah, everyone is here. Now, Aatrox is able to keep the Viego from getting off his CC there. So Bethany's going to have to back up here as their Viego is very, very low. However, they did get vision up in that tri-bush. But yeah, an interesting attempt there. ESU was just prepared for it, really. But yeah, it looks like both junglers here are going to start top, and Orion is going to be starting off with this poke. Now, the thing is, Jax doesn't have his jump, so he's not as threatening as he would like to be. So he's probably going to get pushed off of going to get pushed off of his wave more so before he hits that jump.
We're going to get some sound in here real quick. There we are.
But yeah, Oriana's just doing a really good job of spacing here, keeping that Jax, poke on that Jax. And this bot lane's more than likely just going to be chilling until level 3 or level 2, depending on how the Leona feels.
Yeah, and it definitely looks like, you know, coming level 3 here, neither jungler are going to be looking towards bot lane.
Not at the moment.
I mean, this bot lane, not only from skill level and rank we looked at, both are pretty equivalent. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of help towards this top side with the plat versus the gold.
More than
or
likely.
Silver.
But yeah, Jax is going to have his jump. And, of course, the level 2 Leona is going to go in, as per usual. Give me a time where a Leona just doesn't go in level 2.
Iron lobbies.
Real. Now, Swain is able to heal up from that with his health potions here. Gets a really good pull off. Could get the Leona here. Ignite goes off. Flash is out for the Leona. Ignite's still going off, and first blood goes to the Swain. Now, Caitlyn is still going in, trying to get some damage here, but the Ashe is going to manage to get out. Really good start from ESU's side
really
there.
Is good to see that. Now, we're also seeing this Viego path bot for a gank, but, you know, just nothing you can do. You just lost your CC in the lane.
Now, he's just going to be getting this scuttle here. Now, Aatrox is pretty slow on his clear, so I believe Viego's just going to be able to get both of these scuttles.
Oriana's may get ganked here, though. I think she will.
Oriana's 100% getting ganked here. It is very low here, but the Swain W is going to keep him back off.
That is insane that Swain's W just goes that far.
Yeah, no, he was still walking into his bot lane here. Now, yep, Viego's going to be going for this second scuttle here. Aatrox isn't going to be able to catch that in time. And another thing we do notice is that Bethany does have a lot of vision here in this river, in the jungle as well. Jax is going to be getting some more vision deep into this jungle as well. It's a really unfortunate matchup in terms of clears, I would say. Viego definitely has the easier time clearing his jungle.
I would also like to mention how many wards are in that jungle there.
Oh, yeah, no, they definitely want to see everything that this Aatrox is doing.
I mean, he's a scary one.
Yeah, and this Leona, or not Leona, this Oriana is getting a lot of poke down, and so is the Malphite here. You saw the Scion wanting to get up, probably to use his Demolish to get up turret plating early here, but with that Malphite, he just does a lot of damage.
Whiffs the Q.
He does whiff the Q. It's unfortunate. We could potentially see an all-in here. This Scion doesn't have his ult to go out. He is going to use, or is going to get his shield off, but Foe is going to be able to finish off the Scion here. And he emotes as he walks out. I believe we've told him about keeping the emotes tame. But yeah, Scion is going to be back in the base here, and Malphite's more than likely going to clear this ward and back. All right, we are going to see Dragon here. ESU is going to be on Dragon first here. They're going to have all 4 down, but Bethany's going to be coming in here soon. Leona is going to get grabbed here. CC is going to miss too. Now, Bethany here is really grouped up. Feats are going to get claimed by ESU. Now, Swain was taken out there, so Viego has Swain's ability and is going to steal the dragon, but we did see Malphite TP down, so...
Who really lost that team fight?
I don't know. ESU managed to claim feats of warfare there, but they did lose the Drake, and Scion is getting a lot of this turret plating.
Why is the Malphite mid?
Malphite is walking his way up. But yeah, we are going to see Kyle in the Viego's jungle stealing his camps as retribution for stealing that dragon.
I'm like, in the top lane here, you really, as much as mid lane or top laners love to do a bit of roaming to the mid lane, you can't do that against the Scion. He will use his Demolish.
That is true. Now, we are going to see Caitlyn use her Q here to try and chunk out this, Swain, which she does. Granted, that is one of the downsides to Leona. Now, the thing is, Leona is missing a lot of this CC here. That's really important for her Ashe to be able to get so much damage off. But on the flip side, ESU's doing a really good job of avoiding all of the CC. You're just going to slowly start seeing them build up.
We may be seeing the Scion getting collapsed on up here, actually, between the Orion and the Malphite.
Yeah. It doesn't look like they're going to follow through with it, though. They're just going to be clearing out vision here for the most part. I believe both teams are going to start slowly getting ready for grubs here, which are going to spawn in another 8 seconds. Or 5 seconds. But yeah. They have a lot of vision in Kyle's jungle. They are going to go for this Aatrox here. Not going to be able to CC him. But Orianna is going to go and collapse on them here.
Malphite as well.
Malphite as well. Now, Orianna ult is going to be used, but is going to have... The Jax is going to have to flash for that. Ashe is going to use her arrow, but Scion is going to miss the ult. So, nothing too bad there.
Love to see it.
Yeah, love to see it. Now, Aatrox did get his blue buff stolen, so that is a downside. And Ashe is a little bit alone here. However, with 4, I believe ESU are going to be going for these grubs. Yep. And we are going to see ESU start these grubs here, which are going to be very important. You definitely do not want...
But still, giving up this top turret, it may go down here.
I don't think it's going to go down just yet, but we are going to see Malphite rotate to stop him from getting any further thing. And Viego's just going to be in Aatrox's jungle here. And now that is really good for ESU. They managed to keep Scion from getting any of those grubs. We are also going to see a gank here onto the Scion, but he's going to use Flash to the safety of his turret. Now, Viego is hovering in this jungle, stealing a lot of Kyle's camps, so this Caitlyn does have to be careful. But yeah, we're going to see another all-in here in the top lane. I believe the Scion might go down here. I don't think he has his ult to escape. So yeah, Carrion is just going to be able to take out the Scion. And yeah. Now, downside here, this Viego is ahead in terms of CS to Kyle, as he has been stealing a lot of Kyle's camps. Almost to 80 CS, while Kyle is still at 55.
We also probably want to see Kyle rotating down bot lane here because we have 50 seconds till this Drake.
That is true.
It looks like we're also going to be seeing, Astro go out for some wards. It does look like they're preparing for a Drake here.
They are. Now we're going to see him take care of this control ward in this bush here. Now, the Jax is going to go in on the Orianna, but isn't able to do much without his CC. And Orianna is going to get the flash, or not going to get the flash. It's going to use Ignite and her ultimate to get the Jax there. Now, I believe that's going to have to more than likely be Bethany giving up the drag. They're not going to have their mid laner there in this fight, so it's going to be very tough for them to contest. All right, we are going to see Malphite TP down to the drag here, just to make sure that they can confirm it. But yeah, Malphite's gonna back here, trying to hurry back to base to make sure he doesn't lose his turret here, which necessarily, it doesn't really matter what happens here. They're going to go for a gank on this bot lane, but Ashe is going to use Arrow to escape. So ESU is going to back off here for now.
Viego and Jax coming alongside, though. We may see a team fight here.
Yeah, that Orianna is not in a favorable spot. But they do realize that they have vision on them, so they are going to back away. Now, necessarily, even if this turret does fall, feats are going to be determined based off of jungle monsters, which ESU is ahead of. So one more camp, or one more jungle or neutral objective is going to seal feats for ESU. I'm stumbling over my words today. Now, Jax is going to all in the Orianna again, is going to use ult here, but Orianna's just a little bit too fast. She's going to counter with her own ult, getting Jax to about even health as she is. So, all in all, I think Orianna won that trade.
The trades are strong with this one.
Yes. Now, Sion did manage to get Heartsteel here. Also, I just realized that Sion had farming item.
He did, yeah.
That could be why he was also taking a lot of damage. Now, top lane is going to get ganked here. Sion is going to use his ultimate. Isn't going to connect with anything. Foe's going to counter ult here. Viego's going to use his ult to escape. But with that Malphite, he's just going to turn around and take out the Viego. And so now it's just the Sion up here. Kind of wondering how that 2v1 ended up for a loss.
Yeah. I mean, Aatrox was just coming up right in time to be able, Foe baited out because there is no vision for the enemy team. And then that knock-up was just enough to seal the deal.
Right. Now, they do still have a minute until Herald spawns here. So, Bethany does have time to regroup to take this next neutral objective. But we are going to see Sion getting tankier, as we can see with his health bar. Like, look at all of those tick marks. And I believe he's just going to be going for this turret, ignoring basically Foe. Yeah.
We do have Aatrox here to help, though. We will lose turret, or maybe not. Yeah, we probably lose turret.
Yeah, we're going to lose turret here, but
it is a kill. Or
wait,
not.
All right. All right. Turret is not going to fall.
Wait, what is the health on it?
The thing is that
12 HP.
All right, 12 HP turret is going to remain for now, giving us a chance to get first turret. Hopium?
Hopium.
But yeah, we are going to see the Leona walking up here as this Herald is going to be spawning in the next 20 seconds, although Drag is going to be spawning in the next 45 seconds as well.
Orianna doesn't see the 3 people here, though.
Does not, but is going to be hanging out towards the bottom area of mid lane, maybe because she does in fact see it.
I mean, there's no wards there, but something fishy's up when the Jax is going that close.
Yeah, is going to walk up to see what's going on in that mid lane. And we see Sion going for this turret. He really wants this turret.
Foe punishes him, getting off some good trades.
All right, Herald is up here, but ESU's not really in a position to counter this play here. Jax is gonna go all in on this Orianna, but yet again is just not able to finish her off. So Herald is gonna go to the side of Bethany Swedes.
What is Malphite doing here?
No idea, but Leona is in a really bad
Aatrox
spot.
ult.
The Viego's just going to go for this Orianna, leaving the rest of his team to kind of fend for themselves. Sion's going to ult to keep them off of the Leona, but Leona's somehow going to survive that, actually. It's only Kyle. This Viego's really just getting a lot of damage off here. Now, we've got this Malphite and this Viego fighting. Swain's going to be in here now. Now, they really got to get out of this Swain's ult, as Swain is able to take out the Jax and get the Viego. It's only this Sion left, but he's going to make it back to turret, and so ESU's just going to kind of push this mid turret to try and get it.
I see why Foe says Malphite's broken.
Yeah.
Just tanked all of that.
Yeah. Ashe is going to try and get a kill onto this Caitlyn here. Almost did, but Aiden T. Allen did have flash, so he managed to get to safety over that wall. But a really good play from the Swain here. Swain's now 3-0. Did get a double kill, and not sure if he got a shutdown. I think he got a shutdown. However, we do see the Viego is pinging this Malphite, and Drag is up here, so ESU really needs to get this because this is going to be the decider for feats. They're going to be... Bethany's going to bring their entire team down here, too, to take this dragon. Which I don't know if we're going to see a TP from Foe or not. Does he even have TP? He has TP. So he can make this fight, but ESU really needs to get in there and get this dragon. And they're gonna go and fight for it.
TP comes out from Foe.
Yeah, I don't think they're just not in a position to get the kill, but ESU is gonna take the team fight, and they are going to Swain ult on top of their entire team. It's only Ash left. She's gonna get CC to death, and that is an ace for the side of ESU.
What a fight.
Yeah, they may have lost feats, but they did not lose the fight.
You know, they may have no friends, but they definitely have no enemies.
Real. And Malphite is going to have a 687 gold bounty to his name.
That is insane.
And Caitlyn is going to get the first turret for ESU here. Well, first turret for ESU. Malphite is working on this mid turret. Aatrox is going to come and help him out. So that is going to be 2 turrets to 1 here for the side of ESU. Ash Arrow's going to come out to try and stop them, but sadly, it has no effect.
Yeah.
What's the Pokemon terminology? It's not effective.
That wasn't very effective.
It wasn't very effective. Now, Aatrox is going to be fighting this Viego here. He has to use his ult to avoid the CC. So it's going to be a 2v3, but this Ash is going to be dealing a lot of damage here.
The Malphite just ignoring it.
Yeah, the Leona ult is going to come out, but Leona's going to get caught up as she was trying to save her team, and that is another kill for Caitlyn. Now, Viego still does have this Rift Herald, which I don't know how long he has until
Let's see if it tells us. Does not.
Interesting. So we don't know how long he's going to have this Herald for.
Definitely not very much longer, I don't think.
Yeah, Atacon is going to be spawning in another 50 seconds, and it looks like it's going to be up top here.
Yeah, no, it won't tell us anymore.
Yeah, ESU is going to be really getting rid of some of this vision here. So they'll have the advantage for this Atacon, which is spawning in the next minute or so. Or 30 seconds, my bad. Yeah, they're also going to be going for priority here, trying to get this turret top lane. Now, Caitlyn has to be very careful here, as she is alone.
What are we going to see here in the bot lane? We see Herald spawn. No one's there to help for it.
Yeah, I believe they're just going to trade turrets for this Atacon, or maybe they will go back and get some help here, as they do notice that the Viego's bot lane instead of up here where Atacon is spawning. So they're not going to lose bot turret just yet. Swain is going to go and stop them from taking that turret at least. CC is going to come out for the side of Bethany Swedes, but they're not able to finish off the Caitlyn as she manages to get safely into turret range. And yeah, they're just going to trade bot lane for the side of Atacon here.
Maybe mid lane, however.
I'm not sure if that was such a good trade. I mean, sure, they managed to push bot lane, but that is an Atacon that they just gave up.
So what, I guess I've never really understood, what does Atacon do for a team?
Atacon, so remember the flowers that spawn on the map?
What happened to those?
Essentially, with Atacon, it now collects all of the flowers and applies the buffs to the team.
Do the flowers already have to be on map?
I believe they...
Or is it just a base input?
I think it's a base input.
Or randomly?
I believe...
It's kind of like the original Atacon, but you don't have to farm them all.
Yeah, now Swain is going to get caught out here with the triple jump. Yeah.
Caitlyn walks over there.
Caitlyn was thinking about it, but then it was like,
none of it.
Never mind.
Oh, there's only 2 on you? Oh, there's 3.
Oh, there's 4. Because the Ash was walking up as well.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, now we are going to see a 700 gold bounty on this Malphite now. He's going to be getting stronger here.
He's going for the Scion.
Yeah, is going to get the Scion ult out of the way here. Now, Jax is going to be pushing this bot lane. ESU really needs to get some more vision in this bot
They need to be clearing
drag.
this vision off, and they need to be getting more objectives currently.
Yeah.
Because so far they have a gold lead, they have a kill lead, but they don't have an objective lead, and that is what's killing them right here.
Yeah.
They have no way of pushing in these turrets.
Mm-hmm. Well, they do have the grubs, so that does help.
They do have grubs, it does help, but after a herald push like that, you really need to start getting objectives.
That is true. We are going to see Malphite in this top lane here, pushing this turret. Now, Scion doesn't have ultimate to try and stop him here, so I believe he should be able to get this turret, or at least
I don't think
most
he
of
gets it. I think he gets it probably down 25%.
Okay, and we are going to see a drag fight here pretty soon.
I must add, I love that
Malphite does have Malphite does have his
Orianna
TP again.
comes
Orianna
out.
is going to come out and kill the Ashe here, but the enemy team is going to follow up to try and get some of these teammates here.
We're going to have a team fight 4v5. Swain ult comes out.
The Leona ult also comes out to save the Viego. So now ESU is really just going to be going for this dragon here. I don't see.
There's not need to chase, really.
Yeah.
That being said, Scion does get a turret here.
No.
Or, no, never mind.
He's going to be going for the turret.
He's going to be going for him. I just can't see. I thought there was a turret underneath him.
Oh, no. So he is going to be pushing for the second turret. However, I believe Malphite should get there in time, or someone should get there in time. Although he does do a lot of damage with that, I believe he has Demolish, which I believe Avengers assemble in the top lane. You see just 4 of ESU going for this,
You have threatened our top lane. Now prepare to die.
I'm sure we'll go
You
with
have
that.
killed my top laner. Now prepare to die.
Now, ESU was doing really good in terms of turrets. However, Bethany really has managed to even out the turrets and potentially gotten more value from these turrets as well, as they have taken a second turret. Now, I believe
Ashe
Arrow is going to go up top and is going to miss here. However, they have to be careful here before they push this turret, as there is 4 people top lane. And yeah, the Swain's just not going to be given up.
I don't think they know everyone's there, though. I think they're going to be in a lot of danger. Astro going in.
He's going to grab the Leona here. He's going to use a lot
This
of
is
abilities.
very dangerous. They're collapsed on all sides, though.
Yeah, that Leona just got jumped.
Poor Leona.
Yeah, Swain realized, hey, I got jumped earlier, so why not share the love?
I know.
But yeah, we are leaving this Scion to push, but we see Malphite going back to stop that push here. The little grubby's trying to help take turret as well.
The Scion's really scared of foe right here.
Yeah, I mean, he's 5-0 at the moment. He's getting tanky. He doesn't have his ult. Oh, never mind. He has his ult. Baron is going to spawn here, though. Scion's not going to have his ult for engage, and ESU's just going to start it up.
Scion has to back here, too.
Yeah, like, Bethany's not in a position to stop them from taking this.
I mean, they're going to push this mid lane, which could be dangerous. We see the Orianna going to save it, though.
Yeah, Orianna's going to be stopping this push for Ashe here. ESU's going to manage to get the to save the turret, too. So I believe they're going to be pushing for this top lane here. And we do see Bethany is hanging out in the jungle of Kyle once again.
Is Orianna going to get caught out here? Or does
Not
Bethany
today.
just take the jungle?
Bethany's just going to be taking the jungle here, but ESU, yeah, Kyle just doesn't know. And Bo is pulling a Scion here and is just stopping, is just not caring here. Now, they are going to jump Kyle here to try and kill him, but it's just, yeah, they're going to get him. But they're very low for it because of that Orianna ult. So they are going to have to back out of this fight.
That does leave 4 people on Emporia's team with Baron buff, however. They really need to be using it to push. They need to get to a singular lane and decide.
Yeah. I believe they're going to be going for bot here based on the Caitlyn. However, they do need to get mid and stop this wave. Actually, no, I believe they're going to be going mid.
It doesn't look like there's much communication going on here.
Yeah, they're just not deciding on, hey, we need to push this lane or not. So
They have finally decided on mid, but isn't enough time with how much time's passed?
I don't know. This Viego is walking down to potentially stop this push here, or he's just actually gonna just get the
That's one thing we've seen with Emporia is they're very passive aggressive, and that just doesn't go well when you have a Baron buff. You need to play aggressively. You need to play forcing into the mid lane.
Right. Like, they really need to be pushing up with this wave to get at least one turret for this Baron. I mean, they managed to get top with Baron, but that's about it.
And they're still not deciding.
Yeah, I believe they're going to be
They're going to be put into a
drag
team
here.
fight here, however, and they're missing their jungler and their top laner. It is just mid lane, bot lane, and support.
Yeah.
It's going to be a one team member difference here.
Leona is going to get caught out again, is going to have to use Flash to get out of that. Sion's going to be TPing bot. So's the Malphite here. So we're going to see a 5-on-5 team fight here with this Emporia squad. I think they might pull out ahead strictly because they have so much team fight potential. Kyle is going to use his ultimate early on. Leona ult is going to come out to CC. Ashe Arrow is going to come out to CC as well. That Leona's really trying to get out of here. Ooh, Orianna is going to fall here, but Bethany's going to lose their Caitlyn as well, or their Leona as well. However, there's just so much damage on the side of Bethany Swedes. ESU just wasn't... Oh, actually, no, never mind. The Malphite is just too tanky for them to kill right now. Bo is just doing immense damage and surviving in the middle of this team fight, and so is Kyle with all of the sustained healing.
Oh my gosh.
The only one left here is Ashe, and she's just going to have to back out.
You know, Emporia should not have won that, but just... Foe is just tanky, and they're just going to get dragged here.
Yeah. That is going to put ESU at sole point here.
That being said, Foe is the only person left with Baron buff, but I think we may have a time limit reached with Baron buff as well.
Yeah, Baron, I believe Baron is going to be gone here. Yeah, Baron is in fact gone. And we're going to see Foe returning to base to buy more items with the gold he just...
I think we may see a new swap off Aurelia to Malphite.
We might. We just might. He is at a 700 gold bounty at the moment. And keep in mind, he is the only person in this game who has yet to die.
Yeah.
Remember when we said Gwen is immune? We might need to start saying...
Yeah, Malphite is...
Malphite is unkillable.
Yeah.
Somebody call Faker, because we've got a new unkillable. But ESU is going to be grouping up here in this mid lane, trying to push, do something here. Or at least, hopefully. And in terms of gold lead, we are going to see like a 1.3k gold lead. This Sion's really just not in a good position here. Malphite's just going to be attacking him as he pushes forward, although this Ashe is here.
Oh no!
Foe is going to get hit with an Ashe arrow, a Leona ult. So many CC abilities here.
That's a 700 gold bounty.
Yeah, and Kyle, or this Viego's going to get caught out, I think. Yeah, the Viego's just going to get caught out here. So they're not going to have their jungler, and this Jax hopped this wall expecting something. He's going to get hit with the Ashe arrow. He's very low here. ESU's going to be following up on this fight. Kyle's in the forefront. However...
No one's with him?
Yeah, no one's with him. So he's going to just turn around and start fighting this...
I think the Swedes are too afraid of Kyle.
Yeah, no, they should be afraid of this Swain as he ults and hops on top of all three. This Orianna is pretty low, but Kyle is there to keep the Orianna alive. She really has to get out of there.
Swain just fighting on his own.
Yeah, no, he's literally just chunking down all of their health.
He's gonna tank it too.
Yeah, he's gonna kill him.
Takes it. Oh, Jax in the jungle though does take Orianna with him.
Yeah, Caitlyn's gonna have to back out here to avoid this Jax, but an interesting fight. Bethany teamed up. They brought the Avengers together to take down Foe, who, keep in mind, still has a 200 gold bounty on him right now.
You know, I don't even think that was the Avengers. I just think that was DC or something. I don't know. I'm trying to make references I don't understand.
My goodness gracious. Just leave the reference.
It was the Power Rangers.
No.
The Power Rangers.
No.
Or
it's too late.
What's that
passed.
old 90s commercial?
Moments
or
passed.
90s show?
Leave it alone.
What am I thinking of?
You're done.
Like
You're
knockoff
done.
Power Rangers? I'm trying to think.
All right, we are going to see Emporia finally get this mid-tier 2 turret. Kyle's going to be going through his jungle here, taking his buffs and stuff. And track is going to be up in another minute and 50 seconds here, so we are going to see ESU starting to ward. And I believe they're going to be going for this Ashe here, because...
Why not?
Yeah, why not? She is going to use the Ashe arrow to keep herself alive, but is not going to be able to escape the CC. Leona's going to go in, but it's just not enough. We are going to see Oriana's by herself here. Is going to use Zhonya's to save herself from the Viego. Viego's half health, but we see Kyle. He's going after this Viego. He doesn't have his ult to save him from the CC either. So Kyle is going to take down the Viego, and they are going to go straight for this Baron. And I believe maybe go for a potential end.
Baron 2.0, will it succeed? Nobody knows.
Who knows? I mean, they don't have their jungler here. It's just the Jax. It's just the Scion. So with this, ESU, I believe, is just going to start pushing lanes and try to get closer and closer to ending. Although Drag is up in 1 minute. So I believe they might hold off on the push and go for this soul point, or soul.
Baron 2, Electric Kaboogaloo.
My goodness gracious, we are just getting a...
Everything.
Yeah, we are getting everything. Here, Aatrox now getting into the Bounty Club, as well as this Caitlyn. Had a slow start, but Caitlyn managed to get to 6-1 now, joining the One Death Club.
I will say, emotions have been high, emotions have been low, but this roller coaster isn't over. There are still chances for both teams.
We are fighting for either Soul Point or Soul in general. Now,
and they do not have vision of those bushes.
They do not.
They're afraid of the Swain, though. I will say.
They are gonna have vision on they're gonna have vision on the drag pit here. And on the oh, Swain is gonna manage to catch out the Scion with the CC. But
they do not want to fight that.
Not yet, anyway. I believe ESU is just gonna chunk down this dragon here.
That being said, they were down 1 because of Oriana being in mid lane, but it doesn't really affect them. Yeah,
ESU is gonna claim Infernal Soul here, and they're gonna be pushing with this soul and with this they're gonna just keep it pushing, you know.
It is the train.
Yeah, they're waiting on waiting on minions though, so
only thing we really need here is Choo Choo Ornn, and it would be perfect.
True, but they banned Ornn. So
that is true.
It's unfortunate. A single tier.
Will the Swedes be able to defend against this? I mean, what do we want to be seeing from the Swedes here?
They're going to want to group up here. Now, we are going to see Malphite is in the top lane here. Caitlyn's going to get hit with the Ashe ultimate and the Scion Q and the Leona CC. They really want to get this Caitlyn, but they're not going to be able to. Swain is going to be ulting here. He's going to manage to take out the Scion, or, well, actually, Swain didn't take the Caitlyn took the Scion kill, but, you know. It is a 4-on-3 here. Now, but I believe ESU is just the healthier.
Look at all those Kate traps.
Yeah, no, we're gonna see a row of Caitlyn traps, I believe. Not necessarily gonna go. I believe they're gonna. Yeah, they're gonna just go for this turret here. They're gonna send a Caitlyn R to dissuade the Ashe from doing anything. Viego is gonna be in the back line trying to get a hit on this Caitlyn, but ESU is just gonna manage to take the mid turret here, and I believe they're gonna go up top to take that other turret, take second top turret.
Or, you know, you can take a buff on the way.
Yeah, you know, might as well. But yeah, we're gonna see Malphite and Oriana in this top lane here taking this secondary turret. But yeah, a secondary turret and a base turret down for ESU. However, we are going to see the Scion ult coming out. Oriana is left alone here. Malphite's going to have to ult out. He doesn't have ult anymore to escape this fight. And they're going to use every single bit of CC they have to take him down. My goodness.
The unkillable.
Real. So we're going to see Malphite taking camps now.
I would like to mention we have seen a 6-7 from the Viego.
Get out.
I told Foe there's got to be a 6-7 somewhere in this game.
Get
we
out.
found it.
Get out. We gotta tell Foe to get his CS numbers up though.
That is true. I mean, what can you do against a Scion though? And you're a Malphite.
Just farm. Now, keeping in mind, we do see a lot of vision here for the side of Bethany Swedes. So they're definitely winning in the vision fight, but not too much else.
Not too much else, you know. On both sides, it's still an even game. I mean, the Swedes are slowly getting their numbers up.
Yeah, I mean, they are at a 4K, about a 4K gold.
I'm surprised they've been able to keep the gold deficit that low.
Yeah. Elder's going to be up in another 2 minutes, and another Baron, Baron version 3, is going to be up in 2. So
you almost made me spit out my soda.
You're welcome. But yeah, ESU really needs to find time to push these lanes. They've got an inhib available to be taken at some point. And there's an Ashe in this mid lane here. She can only ult one person, I believe. And it's going to be the Swain. So she's going to run down river.
Weird that she wasted the ult on the Swain.
Yeah.
I want to see the fist bump come out. Is there anything that connects with it? Poor Astro.
Man.
Sucks to be that guy.
Somebody get Astro a friend.
Scion is coming. He's making his way downtown, walking fast. Pace is fast.
Although Caitlyn is caught out here, she really should not be in this river by herself. But Kyle's gonna join and say, hey, ADC, you can't be out by yourself at night here. All right, Elder Dragon's going to be spawning in another minute or so here. I believe Elder Fight is really just going to determine who wins this game. Malphite's going to be making his way down. They're going to go for this Ashe here. We're going to see Aatrox's ult come out. But this Ashe is really just getting deleted here. Next is this Leona, then the Viego. I believe they are going to just push here. Another fight with just Jax and Scion. And never mind, we're going for Baron 3.0.
Baron 3.0. What?
The
what
3P. You know
what? 3P.
They got a Baron for each worlds that T1 is going to win in consecutive years.
Exactly.
All right, I believe this has to be when they push, right? Right, guys? Right, guys?
Right. Please.
I say as they drag me into the white room. All right, so they are going to push this mid lane here. Foe's going to be taking this top lane. I believe they're going to catch inhib here for free, really. Leona is back up for the enemy team, and Viego's going to be arriving here pretty soon. So I believe they're going to go for this inhib. Take this top turret as well. Maybe take top inhib. I would expect to see another fight here, but Orianna is not here. So I'm not entirely sure. I believe Orianna is kind of hanging out to expect this, the next fight for Elder. Which we are going to see Viego heading down to the bot area for this Elder Dragon. Now, the rest of ESU is following pretty soon here, and I don't... Okay, he knows that Aatrox is hanging out there, and is Viego doing Elder right now? Like,
he's trying.
Yeah, he's trying, but he's got to back off as ESU is going to start heading down for this area.
Oh my gosh, we're just going to take every objective possible.
Yeah, Viego doesn't realize that the Orianna is here or that the Aatrox is here. He's going to get double CC'd, and he's just gone.
This is going to be one of the longer games that I've seen ESU play. We're already at 40 minutes, and it gets better and better for ESU as it goes.
Yeah, they are going to try and chase for more picks, but Caitlyn's just going to start the drag. Caitlyn just said, hey, if you guys aren't going to take it, then I guess I will.
I don't know why ESU hasn't ended here.
Yeah, I mean, they have the Elder now. All they have to do is just run up mid and...
That looks like what's going to happen here as well.
Oh, no, we're going to see some people going down bot. They really want this turret
They
gold.
need to end this. Both sides are getting very tanky very fast.
Yeah. We need to see just a straight shot here.
And it looks like Caitlyn's taking the initiative. You know, Aatrox went to back, but Caitlyn goes, no, we are pushing these waves in.
Yeah, Orianna's going to be aiming to go bot here. Really, we just need to see ESU taking a fight and just ending, because we're gonna see an Ashe arrow come out to try and stop her from stop the Orianna from taking the next turret. But seriously, I've said it so many times, and I will say it again. ESU just team fighted in the game, please. I beg-o, please, in the game. We are gonna see Swain in the jungle here, and they are just literally stealing camps at this point. It's
why Aatrox? Why?
Bro, why? Can we please end? No? Okay.
This is going to end up being an hour game.
I know. I mean, at this point, I could literally
like,
just...
is there some NECC rule that they're seeing to help them make it to playoffs that we're not?
No idea. My thing is that I still have homework, man. All right, so I believe that Baron is going to be coming back in another 2 minutes, and Elder's almost gone again, so we might see a second Elder fight. Maybe. I don't know anymore.
Like, are we looking for a fourth Baron?
I don't know. I mean, we're seeing them push up mid now, at least.
There's got to be a reason they're not ending.
Yeah, I think they're ending now. Everyone's grouped up mid here. We got our 5 finally, so let's just see the team fight. Malphite's gotten bigger.
What is Orianna doing?
Going for inhibs. Also, Ashe Arrow is gonna connect on the Caitlyn here. Again, the Caitlyn's really just gonna be... They're gonna be CCing this Caitlyn a lot to try and kill her, but...
Malphite is so big!
Yeah, Malphite's huge. So Swain's actually gonna go down here to this Ashe. As we've said, this Ashe really just... All she had to do was build up her attack speed. However, Elder is still up. This Malphite is just not gonna go down here. And Ashe is the only one left here. I think this is just GG. They're gonna end finally, I might add. Anyway, and that is gonna be ESU taking map 1 of the series in
45 minutes.
44, but
close enough.
Close enough. My goodness gracious, you guys! Why couldn't you have done that 20 minutes earlier?
Oh my gosh.
On a happier note, they won. Oh my goodness gracious, you can hear the sanity escaping.
Oh my goodness. What a long match.
My goodness gracious, they really were testing our patience there.
Match report 1 coming in. ESU Esports taking the lead on that game, 1-0 against Bethany. Bethany Swedes. That leaves one game to win the series.
Yeah, match point for ESU here. Yeah. Well, what do you think of that game?
They better not do it again. I'm sorry. For those of you who've talked to me in the arena today, I have a massive migraine today, and this is not what I need. But it is great to see a win for ESU. We got 1 more to go. We're going to go on a quick break here, and we will see you all back here shortly. Hello, Emporia Hornets. Welcome back for game 2 of Varsity Gold versus Bethany Swedes. So we are back. Everyone had to take a little bio break out after that 45-minute heck of a game. But we are back, and we are getting lobby set up and started. Knight, you got any comments on that last game other than being insanely long?
Apparently I heard during the bio break that apparently Vo actually asked Kyle if they wanted to go for Baron number 4, so.
Please, no. But with that being said, we're going to get back up here. Looks like the rosters are staying the same for both sides. Trey 40K versus Fo Carry On in the top lane. Miguel KW versus Kyle in the jungle. Mr. Cow versus Hakuma in the mid lane. Scored versus Aiden T. Allen in the bot lane. And Eldritch Goth versus Astro in the support lane. If you could even call it a lane.
There is no support lane.
There is one.
Bot lane.
It is the magical 4th one on the Rift. It's the secret ability. You have to start an ARAM game and then switch it over to a draft pick.
I could just pour this coke all over the sound system,
saying that made me have physical guttural response.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me when you try to make references.
Okay. Anyways, for this next game, we are still waiting for the draft link. I'd also like to mention that, actually, I can't say that, but here.
Okay. Based on what he wanted to say and what he told me, he's a child, so.
Okay, listen. It's funny. This is probably one of my favorite tracks we have in the new soundtrack for Emporia State Esports. It's called Pick a Side.
Pick a Side. That's actually a good one.
Yeah. But coming out of that last game, 44 minutes, will that drain the player's stamina, or will they stay untilted and continue to demolish the Swedes? We will find out here shortly in the next game. We're still waiting for the draft link to come through. Unless they're using the same link, which I doubt. Does not look like it. But with that being said, for this week, I guess we haven't done a weekly game report this week.
We have not.
Tuesday, Smash Bros. Did win against their opposing team.
It was a really good game, too. You should check out that last stream.
Yeah, check out our last VOD. It's if you go to our YouTube channel, which you are on right now to watch our stream, and you go to the last previously streamed stream under the live tab at the top, you'll see our Super Smash Bros. Game. Not only did we have the best quality video we've had and best quality audio, we also had some insane plays without the internet delay we have here at the arena as they played at their captain's house.
Yeah, and we actually got most of it on camera.
We did. There were only a couple things.
Yeah, have we gotten the spectator link for draft yet?
We still have not gotten the spectator link. I'm assuming the Swedes are also on a bio break after that long one.
Probably. 40-minute games do that to you.
Yeah. So
grab my computer and start doing
Tuesday,
homework.
Smash Bros. won. Wednesday, we were on our off day. Thursday, we have today. We're going to see what the outcome is. And then Friday, we have a Overwatch game, the final Overwatch game of the season. Next week, we are currently waiting for an outcome on playoffs. If we're going to have a chess playoff, we'll tell you when that is. Most of our teams will not have playoffs this season, so we will keep you updated on that. Also, we're going to be, from the sounds of it, if we have the ability to, we're going to start doing our Stingers Up Tilt live streams. So if you're a Smash Bros. Player and you've come to the lives, or if you come to the tournaments we have, you'll be glad to hear that we're finally going to be live streaming those. With that also being said, We have a Show Us Your Moves event coming up here, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. This Sunday, actually, I should mention, because we are part of the League of Legends stream. This Sunday, let's get the music out of here. Let's get serious here. This Sunday, Worlds. If you are interested in coming and seeing Worlds live, meeting some of our players here at the arena, we're going to have Faux Carry on me and Knight as well. We may have some other players. I believe we're also having Kyle. If you are interested, you're a League of Legends player, and you are interested in coming and watching Worlds, 12:30 this Sunday, November 9th. Let me just double check I'm getting the right time here. Wonderful. So November 9th, we have that Worlds at 12:30 in the morning. So the morning of Sunday, come to the arena, 12:30. We're going to have Worlds. We're going to see who wins, T1 or KT. It's going to be an interesting battle. Also, when it comes to... hold on. I just got some information. What day is it? November 20th, there's going to be a lock-in in the library, isn't it? Or in Kramer Hall. There's going to be a lock-in of some sort. I'll get some information on our Instagram at Emporia Emporia Esports ESU. We're looking to do a Super Smash Bros. Tournament. So if you are a Super Smash Bros. Player, keep that in mind. We are still waiting on DraftLink. Something tells me they've forgotten about me. Oh, they 100% did, because we're going straight into picks. Good, we didn't get a draft link. But it looks like we're going to have a Garen, a Zach, a Galio, and this is for the Swedes. We're going to have Garen, Zach, Galio, Vayne, and I think a Seraphine. We're waiting. And then for ESU, we have a Jax. Is that a Gragas? Yeah, a Gragas, a Zed, a Jin, and a Xerath. Interesting. But yeah, with that being said, this week is our final week of the season. It's been great with you guys. We're still going to be here for one more day. We're going to be here on Friday to finish up this season. And that'll be NECC season's over. We are still waiting for official lock-ins. That is insane that we're seeing a Gragas. I think it's actually in the jungle.
Wait.
We have a jet. Either that or mid. I mean, it may be a Gragas top, but I didn't think Bo knew how to play Gragas. We'll see here. Anyways, for the Swedes, we have Garen, Zach, Galio, Vayne, and Seraphine. And for Emporia State, we have Jax, Gragas, Zed, Jin, and Xerath. My microphone is running away from me. Do not L me.
L.
We're going to go into our spectator delay here. Oh. Or no, that is a Gragas in the jungle. Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right. So, I remember Foe said that he did play Jax in the past, but I didn't know he was going to play it again. I thought he said he was past those days.
Yeah.
But also the Jin gameplay.
I am excited for the Jin gameplay.
And the Xerath gameplay.
I am a Jin. Jin's one of my mains. You know, at the point of how much I play him, you could say he is the main of me.
I thought that was Ziggs.
My main is Ziggs, but I don't play him enough to call him my main anymore. Are you caught on something? Good job. You're caught on the mic. Hold on. We're going to lose me for a second. Bye-bye.
Well, it's not that. It's the giant cord.
Yeah, I know. That's the mic.
You could have just picked up the stand. Okay. It's kind of sad. the laziness that I'm witnessing here.
I'm back from the dead.
We have a minute and 30 seconds here. So what are we looking at between these matchups here? Really
So
quickly?
when it comes to the bot lane, Vayne and Jhin, that's gonna be a very interesting, matchup. Vayne goes really good into anything. Man, I need some music. Hold on, dude. When it comes to the bot lane, we have the Vayne. I'm assuming Seraphine. It's going to be very interesting. The Seraphine can really just buff this Vayne to wherever Vayne goes. And there is going to be very hard to stop this Vayne from doing anything. When it comes to the mid lane with the Galio versus the Zed, it's just this tank versus this assassin. So what will we see? It's very hard to tell. Zed can really hide from any of the attacks on Galio. Can also knock Galio out of his attacks, so that can be interesting. When it comes to the top lane, we got this Garen versus this Jax. You have a very damage-heavy champ versus a very CC-heavy. I have not seen any gameplay with Jax on foes, so I don't really know how to comment on that. And then we're in the jungle with the Zac and the Gragas. Very, very interesting picks in the jungle, I must add. Zac is going to really be difficult for the entirety of Emporia just because it is a very gank-heavy character. You aren't just jumping from bushes, you're jumping over walls. Gragas, I don't actually know how Gragas plays.
You've never seen Gragas at all?
I know Gragas has giant barrels.
Yeah. Oh, I see why. Okay, music fan Gragas. Yeah, that checks out.
But we are going into our game here. Game number 2. This will lay out if Emporia gets the win on the series or if we continue to another match. I don't think I can do another match. It's too much. It's too much night.
I don't think I can stand another potential Joker reference.
What?
I said what I said.
Okay. But we are going to be going out here into, if I can hit my buttons.
No.
I feel like I'm missing something.
Time control? No. That's a, I think that's everything.
We'll grab a frame. Why not? I like my picture frames. Anyways, we're going to go straight into this 5-point defense. Zac is going very deep into Emporia's territory. This is very dangerous. He's trapped between a Zed and a Xerath.
Yeah, but he can get out.
And we're also going to see this 5-point defense on the side of Bethany be very interesting with both the support and the ADC in the bottom bush.
I also noticed that the Gragas jungle doesn't have a health pot, so I believe he's just so confident in his clear that he doesn't need a health pot.
As long as we don't see another support item in the mid lane, I think we'll be good.
Yeah, we don't, because we see he has the shield item instead, which I don't think there's a possibility of him potentially accidentally getting a support item because he is playing Zed. So.
He is playing Zed.
Although we did find out that the reason why he accidentally got the support item is because the custom game expected the Vel'Koz to be the support.
Yeah, because it in custom game it doesn't actually take into account what lane you are because you don't select a lane.
That is true.
So it just goes with your champion's likelihood of playing a role. But we're gonna see. The normal laning phase as we start off. We're going to see a CC attempt on the Garen already. Going to get a lot of chunking off in the top lane with the Jax.
However, Jax is going to come out on top of that.
Yeah. It is really just, your average laning phase right now. Galio going for a taunt. Does hit it. We're going to see the Zed, go in onto the Galio, get some chunk off, get some distraction. Actually comes out on top in that trade.
Surprising.
Xerath, though, however, just getting the pokes. We're going to see another CC on this Garen. This Garen really needs to avoid these CCs. I think that's going to be the end of this, the ultimate demise in this lane is if he keeps getting CC'd.
I feel like foes... I think his strategy here is just whenever he sees the Garen trying to run up on him, just
CC. It's just going to be annoying the Swedes as much as possible.
Yeah.
This is a very annoying comp. Hakuma's going to get behind Galio, going to be doing a lot of damage, but Hakuma, you know, tries to do a bit more than he can chew and gets out of that uneven in the trade.
Although, keep
Grog
in mind,
is coming down as well.
Hakuma does have the shield, so he is going to get
We're going to see an early game gank. Mr. Cow goes over to the bush, not realizing that Gragas is in the bush and just goes out.
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny there because Kyle blocked his attempt to get out. As you noticed with that ability, he goes back to lunge forward, and he just kind of used his giant body to step in front of it.
It's like the football player on the football team.
How
Gragas, the ultimate linebacker.
General of you.
The ultimate linebacker. We're going to see Zach coming up here towards the top lane, trying to get a gank onto Focarion. I mean, he was the end-all, be-all of last game, and they're going to want to try to get up on him early game. But Zach ultimately decides this gank's not worth my time as Gragas starts coming down.
I think they might have had vision.
I do as well.
So happy to see the Xerath here. The Seraphine's going to... Wow, she is getting CC.
Yeah, she's getting chunked.
Although Xerath is very low in his mana.
We're going to see a counter gank here in the mid lane as Gragas tries to come for a gank, but Zach's there to prevent it. Not much going on.
Yep.
We see a CC from the Jax onto the Garen, but...
The battle of CC.
It really is. Just the trade after trade after trade. Who has the most CC? And I actually think Jax gets a higher CC here in the top lane over the time of the game.
Well, higher CC.
Scored is going to be way too far up. Gragas is going to flash in for the kill. Jin's going to get the stun, but it's not enough as Seraphine prevents them from going on to Scored.
However, they did get the barrier out for the bait.
They did get the barrier, but was it enough for Gragas flash? Was it worth it?
Probably not, but the Gragas is going to be able to have his own CC abilities to stop Vayne from getting out.
Oh, we're going to see a gank here, or well, actually a roam from the mid lane into the top lane. Nothing connects, though, and that gives Zed enough time to push in this wave and get the rebound enough for a recall.
The Gragas has Dark Seal. Ooh.
First drag is up. 2 minutes 30 till Grubs.
Gragas is a little bit behind on his CS here, I notice.
Why are you calling out the Gragas?
I'm just saying. But yeah, no, I'm seeing a pattern here.
Spin
from Garen, spin from Jax.
It's the mating call of the spinners.
You did not just call it that.
It's the Beyblade mating call.
No. Okay, well, this will be the last time I mention the spin.
You don't like the Beyblades up in top lane?
No, I'm fine with that one. It's how you addressed it.
Okay.
You know what you said.
I see no issue with it.
I'm sure you don't.
See? Yeah, there goes the spin. We're going to see also a gank from Gragas in the bot lane. Zach's going to come on for the counter gank. He's going to grab them all together. Kyle's going to go out here almost, but he does get away. But no, he does not. T. Allen gets trapped between, trying to go for the Seraphine. Nothing connects, and that's going to leave Vayne with a double kill.
Well, it did connect. He just ran out of bullets.
Yeah.
Although we are seeing Zed coming down.
Zed going for the ultimate. He does get it.
He gets the ignite off too, so that's...
He gets a kill onto the Seraphine.
Yeah, no, that's a 2-2 fight there. I think
we're going to see the Beyblades go at it again. Who will win this time? No one, as the trade is even. Garen goes for a flash and goes for a Demacia, but it does not land.
Goes for a Demacia?
I'm very sorry. Wrong champion. Goes for an ultimate. I don't know what he says during his ultimate.
He says Demacia too, but that's not what that ult is called.
What is his?
Demacia Justice.
Okay, close enough.
Gracious.
Close enough.
And Demacia is not even the name of Flux's ult.
Wait, know what?
He doesn't know.
It's been a long day. Garen gets his recall canceled. And Foe with the emote again. Foe. We got to talk about this, man.
I mean, it's the last game of the season. If he hasn't gotten banned yet, it's fine.
You know, I'm thinking this is going to be a long game because we're 10 minutes in. We haven't seen anything.
I mean, we've seen the 2 kills.
We have from both sides.
I mean, Vayne got a double, which is not good, but we've got 2 kills.
Drag is also very Christmas treed, I will say.
Yeah.
Garen sends out his Beyblade.
Oh, we see
Jax is
Zed.
going to be going for, it looks like they're going to be going for grubs. Zach is in the jungle. I don't think they know about it. Galio's there. Zach's there. Garen's there. Will they win this team fight? Zach goes down. However, Emporia is just more grouped up than the Swedes. And they're going to take the grubs as Swedes back off. They're going to go for the Zed. Zed is going to be fine.
I think they're going to trade off grubs for this drag here, actually.
I don't know. I don't see anybody. I mean, I see the bot lane collapsing towards the drag, but the issue is they don't really have prio for drag.
Yeah, I mean, Zach. Oh, no, I'm talking about for Emporia. Emporia's going to go for grubs
Yeah.
here, and
I
Zach's
feel
going to
like-
go for the Chemtech, which I guess ESU just doesn't really care about.
I feel
'cause
like
it's a
we
Chemtech.
may see a steal down here, however. I mean, it does. I don't know. Xerath is just standing under his tower.
He is. He does have the ult up,
Jin
too.
and Zed comes down. We're going to see the ult again. Stolen by the Xerath ult. Hakuma goes in, but he gets killed in the process.
Oh, my goodness. ESU is going to manage to get both
Objectives.
So, I mean, they lose feats of warfare again, but
This is your chance, junglers. Learn. You must smite closer to the end of it, you know?
no, the thing is, Zach used smite, I recognize, before the
Yeah.
game, before that
You
start.
have to smite as close as possible to get the kill.
Yeah, I believe he smited when they first started the drag.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he had smite up in time. But what
Zach
a play.
is all the way in the back of bot lane. There, I think we may see a dive here on Jin as we see Seraphine, Vayne, and Zach all in Jin's lane. Zach actually may be waiting for the Xerath to come out here. He may be a bit upset. We're going to see it come out. A&T Allen's going to get stunned under his own tower. He flashes away.
He gets
out, and Zach is going to try to come back here, but Jin gets the kill.
Aiden T. Allen, he's just a chill guy.
He really is.
Listen. If that didn't get him, what will?
Jackson's going to go in on Focarion. He doesn't realize, however, that Kyle's there.
Yeah, and both ultimate Gragas didn't use his ultimate. It was Jax that used his ultimate. I'm getting my characters mixed up, and Foe is taking a turret shot. None another.
If he takes another one, he dies here.
One more. Come on, Foe, you got this.
I kind of want to see the execute. Not going to lie. Be funny.
Real.
Foe
Oh
gets
my
the
good-
first plating. Jax just does that.
Yeah, and Jax with Demolish. for
Yeah.
one. But a really good start, and we see Gragas with his 1 stack of Dark Seal. You know, we farming. And he's actually ahead in farm now, too.
Akuma's going to be going here on Galio with
Look right.
Gragas and tail. Zach's going to be here, though, trying to get it. I don't think Zach realizes that Gragas is going to be there. Gragas leaves Hakuma to try to fight for himself, and Hakuma gets out just because Zed be that way.
Zed do be that way.
We're going to see the recall from the Zen and the Gragas, giving a good time for Galio to push and Zach to get some jungle here.
So Garen's really trying to make up for the loss of grubs here on this turret.
Jack's pinging that someone's missing, but I mean, he's just in the bush.
He is.
We may see a dive from the Garen here. We do see a dive from the Garen. I'm assuming there's Beyblades up there, but I can't really tell.
It's actually funny. I'm realizing how much CS this Xerath has.
Yeah, that's kind of a Xerath thing. Jax does get the stun. Going to trade a bunch of health here. I don't think he realized there's a Zac there. Zac comes out. Is Focarion able to get away? He gets silenced and rooted. He uses his flash to get out.
The ultimate again!
Garen tries to go for the flash ultimate, but he doesn't get it in time. Focarion gets out.
Foe needs to get out. That Zac is about to hop that wall.
Do we see the Zac up the wall in time? He's going to be juggling. He gets the stun on the Zac. He's going to get silenced by Garen, and they do get the kill from the tower dive. Unfortunate.
You hate to see it. He should have backed
Kept
that
running.
first time, although they don't know that this...
They don't know the Gragas is here. Gragas goes for the flash onto the Seraphine, wastes another. Flash doesn't get anything. Jhin ult's going to come out. Does he land enough shots? He does, and that is Seraphine down.
Bringing ESU back into the lead of kills. However, Garen is really doing a lot of damage to this turret, so he might just get first turret.
And we're going to see an ult from Xerath as well. Is he going to get the Vayne? The Vayne's dodging. The Vayne is weaving. We're going to see a dive from AT Allen. AT Allen fails to do any damage, but it gives enough time for Jhin to try to do something. Astro goes for the flash. He gets out. The Vayne's just doing too much damage. These autos are too much. Does he get anything? He needs to get a Q. He doesn't, and that's going to be a double kill for the Vayne, the second in the game.
However, we are going to see top lane falling here again with a roam from the Zed. So
I really feel like our bot lane is just not realizing how much damage this Vayne really does.
Yeah, we saw Jhin going for a tower dive there, which, plating just fell too. So
and we're going to get first tower. Drake is up as well. Hextech.
Yeah. So no Hextech soul, so we might see another Infernal Soul.
I would not be opposed to it,
Right.
especially with this Jhin.
True. Feat of I forgot what the feat was for turrets, but whatever it was, first feat. Well, it's now 1-1 in terms of feats here. So this next drag could give total feats to ESU if they take it.
And they're going to be clearing waves here. I don't think they realize, though, that they're already on drag.
They do.
Do we see another Xerath steal? He's charging up the Q. He's going to go for it, but it's not enough.
This time, sadly.
Although they are trapped in the Dragon Pit, the only thing they can do is flash out. Zac is going to go out, try to help his team escape. And we're going to see them all getting away. Astro trying to get some pop shots off, but nothing's landing. Not enough for the stack.
Unfortunate. Although Herald is up, so ESU could make their way up top to get this Herald, which...
It looks like Swedes are going for the Herald. Will Emporia try to contest?
I don't think they are.
I don't think they know they're there. I mean,
well,
Zed's
we're on
up.
Vision, so but they really need Kyle to get up there as fast as possible.
They may be just giving Herald for another tower here.
Well, we're seeing them over, but yeah, no, that's just going to be a Herald going to the side of the Swedes, which really not as well planned out there for the side of Emporia.
I mean, the thing really is not only are with these longer games is Emporia really scale. We're going to see the Xerath ult come out. Vayne almost gets the Jhin. Vayne does get the Jhin. We're going to see a Q. We need to see a Q come out from the Xerath. Zed is going to be pathing up to try to get a gank here. He's going to try for it. Xerath gets a stack here, and the Zed gets the kill. Everybody's happy.
Although Galio is going to get mid-turret here.
But where I was going with is, we're going to see a gank as well top here on Focarion. Fo's going to flash, but he's going to get rooted at the same time. He's going to go airborne again from the Zac. There's just nothing he can do. He may try to take the Zac out, but we're going to see ultimate come out from Garen, ending the kill and connecting.
Yeah, sadly, there's just too much CC here.
But where I was going with this was, not only are these longer games really good for Emporia's team as they're built to scale, but Emporia is used to these longer games. This is the way their play style goes. And the Swedes, the way they're building really shows that they're looking for a quick and fast game, ending it as quick as possible. We may see Jhin get ganked here in the mid lane as Zac and Vayne
is there. In top, but I don't think he's going to get the turret off of this.
We actually may see Garen go down here. We're going to see Gragas and Astro going after this Garen. Zac isn't going to help out, however.
Oh, this Jhin is getting ganked.
Jhin is also getting ganked here in mid.
Yeah, this Vayne is just super fed. I think they made a mistake here.
We do see Garen go down to the Jax.
Bonk. That is all. But yeah, no, I think they made a mistake. They fed the Vayne.
They really did.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Now, this set is a little pushed up, so in a bit of a predicament. Okay, well, Zed did in fact get ganked here. They're gonna still manage to get a shutdown onto the Vayne. Jax, yeah, it's just Jax. What are you gonna do as an ADC against the Jax here?
Astro going for another fist bump. Doesn't look like he gets it.
Yeah, no, ESU's really bad at providing fist bumps to their teammates. It's very sad to see. But we are going to see top laners and one ADC in the mid lane here. I believe they are going to be getting ready for drag, which is in another minute here. Jax is going to go in on this Garen. Seraphine's going to use her CC abilities to get him out of there. A lot of Jhin traps in this mid lane too. So they gotta be careful. And Gragas is here. However, he realized that there were too many people there for him to try and steal. So he's gonna back off for now. Wait, he's going back in. I believe they're gonna sandwich this Garen here potentially, or not. But ESU's just kind of hanging out all together here. Yeah. They're going to get Garen's flash out here and the Galio ult. That was really interesting. But they are going to hide in this bush here to get the first person who comes around. Oh my goodness, that poor Galio.
It is the Emporia bush kill.
Well, they tried, but
they
sadly weren't able to get anything as the rest of the team did show up. However, Jhin is in this bush here. But yeah, ESU's just in a really bad spot here. Although the ult from downtown is gonna go in, Gragas is gonna go back in to kill the Garen here, and Vayne is just gonna go on top. Zac is going in here. It's just so much going on at once here. Yeah, no, ESU's just not properly positioned here, and they're gonna give up feats and this drag.
Well, Odlet Gun, old captain friend, we tried for the bush kill. It was not successful.
It was not. If ESU had all of their team there, it probably would have been more successful, but sadly they just did not coordinate that properly.
You know, we may see another one of those throughout this game, as I know the old captain wanted to see at least one bush kill before end of season.
I see. But yeah, sadly not enough damage. This Vayne's now 8-2, I realize. Very dangerous territories here. And actually, they're gonna get Otacon off of this too. So really bad for the side of ESU here. Down in drags now. Enemies got Otacon. At this point, they just need to focus on pushing and not walking by themselves, because the Swedes have mastered the art of jumping.
Yeah. I mean, it is... You got Zac.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, you got Hakuma versus AT Allen, but there's just nothing they can do.
Yeah, this Zac's just doing way too
much damage. As you see, bottom turret fall.
Now we are going to see an engage here on this Garen. And they are going to manage to get the Garen. The Jhin is going to be running from this Vayne and Seraphine combination too. Jhin really is just half health, so he's got to be careful here. But it is good that we are seeing a lot more grouping up here for the side of Emporia. They definitely realized that they needed to start grouping more as a team in order to combat this heavy, this team with the Swedes. And in terms of turrets, they are about even here. With turrets gone. Although Emporia still has yet to take this mid turret, actually, as I'm seeing. And Jax needs to be careful as this Zac is coming up, and he just... This Jax is really just... He's walking up too far, and his team is just nowhere in sight. They are going to try and come help. He's going to flash to get out of it. So there's that. Yeah, no, the rest of the team is going to show up and stop the dive here. Ashuma's going to be going for this Vayne here. Seraphine ult's going to come out. Vayne is going to get smacked into a wall, but there's just so much CC. It's just... There's just not much they can do here. Yeah, that's a triple for the Vayne. And Bethany's just going to push this out.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I don't know if Bethany ends here just yet. I don't think they can end here just yet, so there's that. But they are going to be pushing a lot of these turrets. Yeah, it's just a combination of Vayne's gotten a lot of kills in the span of this game, and even with the scaling comp of ESU, it's just there's only so much you can do to scale when Vayne is now 11-2. Like, even we saw the Zed try and like dive her, and we are gonna see them go for the Vayne again, but she just has so much. Oh, actually, no, the Zed's ultimate is gonna go off, and he is going to manage to get her. So they're gonna be chasing down these kills here. CC is gonna come out for the side of Emporia, but they are lined up. If Seraphine has her ultimate here, it's just not gonna be a good day. And Garen has just been pushing too, while ESU was so distracted. They were just pushing turrets. ESU's just really getting distracted with chasing kills, and it's just not working in their favor here. And Vayne has purchased Jack's show as well. Wait, did she? Why does it say Vayne purchased Jack's show? Yeah, we do see drag is up here as well, so ESU is going to be going for another drag play here. What they really need to do is just keep Jin safely so he can get damage off. Yeah. Also, I just realized this is an Ocean Soul. So this is good for Jack, or good for both teams, but more so in terms of the Zac, because Zac does a lot of healing, which also would like to note that I'm not seeing some anti-heal here on the side of ESU with this Jax. A lot of ultimates are going to be used here, and I think it's just, yeah, no, it's just too much CC. And so that is going to be soul point for Bethany. And they're going to be pushing here to end, actually. Yeah, I think they just end the game here. No one's up to try and stop them. So yeah, that is going to be game 2 going to Bethany Swedes.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
There is still one more game, though.
There is still one more game, and I believe we're going to be seeing some more bans related to this game.
100%.
Yeah.
Zac is gone.
Yeah, Zac is gone. Vayne is gone. Vayne has to be gone. It's either Vayne is going to be gone or a bot lane is going to have to realize, okay, we played bad in that game. We let her get fed way too early, and so we could not scale. So what do we need to do to change that fact? How? Interesting.
I don't know how much of that game we caught.
No idea whatsoever. But we are gonna. Oh, you wanna take us back in the lobby? But yeah, so it is gonna be a game 3 here for ESU. Alright, I think we are gonna see a switch in the side here. Yet again. It's Hornet Esports. Oh, lovely. Norm, you want to explain how we didn't get any of that second game?
Man, I got a headache tonight.
It's okay. They didn't need to see it anyway, I guess.
Not worth it. Wasn't good at all. What are we missing on their team?
No idea.
Now we just wait for draft because it looks like they forgot about us again.
Well, alrighty then. It's so hard to be forgotten or whatever. So, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, you got rid of the music there.
Hold on. This is getting us better music.
Okay. All right, so we see a 1-1. First 1-1 split game we've seen this season, actually.
It is indeed.
So, what are we thinking about this? Do you think ESU pulled back just too much from that first game, or?
I think they played it too cautiously again, honestly. And I think the Swedes caught on that. I think ESU needs to play a bit more aggressive.
I see. But, yeah, I really don't have anything much else to say about that. Not much commentary we can do when they forgot to add us, you know?
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Well, we're going to go on a quick break here while we wait for this draft to be done. We'll be back shortly.
Yep. All right, welcome back, everyone. We are back with Game 3 of ESU versus Bethany Swedes here. Now, we didn't get to see the draft exactly, but we are going to see who they're picking here. It looks to be Kenan in the top lane for ESU, Diana in the jungle, Yasuo in the mid lane, Jinx in the bot lane with a Tom Kinch as her support. And for Bethany Swedes, they're going to go with a similar comp here. They did, in fact, ban the Vayne, I'm assuming, because they decided to go with the Yunara instead. That is actually the only thing that they swapped about their comp. So we shall see how ESU plays into this with their adjusted team comp here. But for this matchup, it's going to be interesting with this Kenan. Now, Kenan is a CC heavy champion as well. So perhaps they decided to go this CC champion in order to match the Garen and the Zac and the Galio. Essentially, because with the team fights, if Kenan does get in the middle of their team, they are going to all get CC and allow ESU to deal immense amount of damage. And I know one thing that they didn't notice for this Diana and Yasuo combo, ESU does actually enjoy this combo strictly because of the potential for Yasuo to get off ultimates with the Diana ult as well, because Diana does knock enemies into the air when she ults. So that has been a combo that they have been looking forward to. And with this Tom Kinch and Jinx, Tom Kinch, he's going to just be really, really tanky in this lane. He's going to more than likely be act as a shield for this Jinx into this Yunara Seraphine combo here. And for Jinx in general, she just, all they're going to be aiming to do is getting her excited, whether it be taking objectives, taking towers, taking enemies down. Just they're just really going to be looking to try and get this Jinx in her excited state so she can deal immense amounts of damage in a short amount of time. Now, for Bethany Swedes, I expect that we're going to see a lot of similar gameplay here. Just a lot of, I like to call it jumping, but a lot of ganking, a lot of CC, a lot of just getting their ADC in a position to deal immense amount of damage here. With that Seraphine, with that Galio, just a lot of CC potential for Bethany Swedes. But yeah. I don't really have too much else to say. It's just, it's going to be an exciting game as we go to our first actual Game 3 of the season, which is surprising that we waited all this time to go to a Game 3. It's almost as if they knew we wanted to go home. I'm just kidding. Mostly kidding. But yeah, we have about a minute left here. So, don't know what too much to say here. Riot just, we know we have to have the 3-minute delay, but my goodness, is it long. I would insert Jeopardy music, but I don't want to get sued, so I will just speak nonsensically. To be honest, what I'm doing here is I'm actually just doing some homework while I wait for the thing to let us in the game. College life indeed. Yeah, shout out to Emporia State professors. They really do be giving us work.
Hey, I mean, it is college.
It is.
I'll be your lovely banter over here.
That is true.
He's just chill.
Yeah, Norm's got a headache right now, so I will be taking over casting.
You can't see it, but we've turned out all the lights and I've turned the monitor brightness to as low as possible.
That is true, and I can barely see my keyboard as I try to type out this system.
Try to turn the lights on.
No, we're good. I'm not going to be typing mid-game, which we are at 0 seconds, so now we're just waiting on the game to let us in.
Here we go.
Here we go. For Game 3 here, winner take all, really. This is the battle of 4th place, I believe.
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily, but we would like to say it because this will put us evenly with their team in terms of record. But yeah, we are going to hop into this laning phase pretty quickly here. I believe we're going to see a 5-point here from both teams, as we did in that last game. No team really wanted to risk an invade. So, yeah.
This
Zach
is
is going to be actually in the upper part of this thing. I believe he's going to he's going to actually be in the upper river as opposed to the bot river
I mean,
that
it's
he
a
was in last
very
time.
weird 5-point defense the Swedes do.
It is. Which they leave mid lane available for anyone to walk up and like ward or something. So it's very interesting. If Yasuo wanted to, he could go and just ward the Raptors so ESU knows where this Zac is in terms of his clear.
We also see Diana not buying her potions again.
Yeah, although Diana doesn't really need potions. She has a lot of sustain into her kit. So we are going to see Gallia walk up to place a ward, though, and the Garen is going to place a ward over this wall. Yep. So they are going to be keeping track of where Diana is. And let the games begin. Now, Yasuo does do a decent amount of damage here, and Kennen's really going to be going for a lot of poke onto this Garen early to make sure that this Garen doesn't have as much of a fun time as he did last time.
I mean, we have the Battle of the Wind in the mid lane.
That is true. Now, in this bot lane here, Tom Kench is going to have to be careful to not get poked out here from this Yunara and Seraphine combo, but Tom Kench is a fairly tanky character, so they will have a harder time taking out the Tom. We are going to see some CC here from the Gallia here. But yeah, with this matchup, Yasuo does enjoy getting up close and personal, but he has to be very careful on what fights he decides to go into, specifically because you do not know where this Zac will be. And secondly, with Kennen, we did notice he took a turret shot. Yeah, we saw that, Kennen, or foe. We saw that. We'll talk about it later, trust. Or actually, you'll probably just VOD review it and then. Yeah. Anyway, just shouting you out there, foe, for taking a turret shot.
Man, you're mean today. What happened?
Sadly, I don't know what it is. I think it's all
Is
the
it
work
the hour
that
and a half worth of games?
Potentially. It might also be the fact that I have a lot of work I needed to do,
That's
and
fair.
they're keeping me from it, so.
That's fair.
But Foe knows he's one of my favorites, so. Now we are going to see a sort of all-in here for this Galio and Yasuo, which they have about an even trade. Yasuo does do a lot of damage in early levels. Even though he builds up, he is a scaling champion, he still does a decent amount of damage, even without items. And that's only going to get even more prominent as... Oh, the CC is going to come out on the Garen here. They're going to go and try to get him. They are going to get the flash out, and I believe they're going to want to go for a tower dive here. But I believe Diana is going to back off here. Zac is in the bot lane here, so ESU has to be careful to not go too deep. And the Zac is going to try and go in, but Tom is going to step in front of the Seraphine, or in front of the CC, keep his ADC safely. So the dive isn't going to work on either side, really. We are going to see a TP from the Garen as well in the top lane. Oh, Garen also used his flash in that last fight. I don't know if I said that. But Hashim needs to be careful here, as there is a Zac over this wall, just waiting to jump. And I believe he's got an idea, because he is keeping himself a little safer. Although Diana is in the upper river, so she can potentially keep him from getting all-in. In this top lane matchup, we are seeing this Kennen get a lot of poke onto this Garen here from a distance, which is good. And a lot of CC as well, without the ult, which... And he's up in CS. ESU is getting some wards ready for this dragon here. I believe they might go... they're not gonna go for it just yet, but Diana is making her way to the bot area. And so is the Zac, actually. I would comment on well, okay, so both bot and jungle is going to be hovering in this area for this dragon. We don't really have the potential to see. Oh, we are going to see a skirmish in the top lane. CC is going to come out for the Zac here. However, Diana's going to go in on this ADC. The Galio ult is going to come out for Bethany, Swedes. First blood does go to Bethany, and they've also managed to take out the jungler here. Now, Zac is still up here, so they are going to take first drag. Really unfortunate fight there. The Galio is just able to ult. The Galio just hit level 6, so he was able to ult and save his team from a fight that probably would have been in ESU's favor there. Although we do see Hashima walking up here, and I believe he's just gonna get dove here, and I think that's gonna be feats going to ES. Yep, that's just gonna be feats of warfare going to the side of Bethany Swedes. Grubs are up in 1 minute as well, so ESU might aim to take that as their trade-off. They have to be really careful here, as Bethany does have feats of warfare. So if they get first turret, or if they take the next 2 objectives, that will give them feats in general for the for boots upgrade. That Garen is very low, so I believe he's gonna place a ward and back potentially to prepare for grubs. Or he might stay. It looks like he's gonna stay. But yeah, we do see junglers, top laners hanging out. Mid lane is gonna go back into base here. CC is gonna come out for the Kennen, and he's gonna manage to get first plating up in top lane. Now, ESU is first on grubs here. Galio is pretty far away, so I don't think they'll be able to contest grubs, as Zac is still on his objective as well. But he is looking... Actually, no. They're just going to let ESU have grubs here. A really good thing for ESU. Getting all 3 of those grubs, which is really going to help the Jinx in the long run when she wants to push turrets as well. And support item coming online for Astro here as well. Just hear a yeah. Which I can't tell what the yeah was for. We are gonna see Garen going into the jungle here to place vision. They really have a lot of vision in this top river, which yet again, Bethany is just doing better in terms of getting vision out. And we are gonna see Galio walking top lane. The Kennen really needs to be careful here. And he is going to get flashed on here. And it's just... I don't know what happened there. Like, did Hashim just... He did? Okay. So, the ping went through, but just was not ready for that. And we are going to see the ADC for Emporia go down. Astro is going to use his ult to try and save his ADC, but I don't think it's enough, and it's going to be a double kill in the bot lane. Diana is going to show up to try and get something here, but it's just... There's just nothing he can do there. An 0-7 lead now for Bethany Swedes. Next dragon is going to be a cloud one, actually, and it's going to be coming up in a minute here. We also see we're seeing the Swedes jungler getting in the into Kyle's jungle here, actually stealing his camps. And manages to get out as well. Now, Kennen is almost the level. He's a little ahead in terms of CS, so top lane is still pretty even with the one death. All other lanes, however, are in favor of Bethany Swedes here. And we definitely see them preparing for this next drag as well. ESU backing off for now. But the drag is up, so they really should be going for this. If they wanted something. Diana and Tom are over the wall.
Oh my god.
What?
They're all on the bomb plant.
They are all on the bomb plant. But Bethany does pull out the dragon, so ESU really... Oh! Astro... Or not Astro. A&T Allen manages to steal the dragon there, actually, with the ult. However, the rest of the team is just in a very bad position here. Seraphine ult does come out, but it misses, and Seraphine is taken out as well. That is a kill for the Jinx. A really good steal for the side of ESU. We are seeing the Garen try to go on to this Kennen here, but isn't able to really do much. Now we are seeing the Zac is 4-0 here with a 200 bounty. Jinx is at has gotten Yuntao's now, and we do see this Zac going in to try and get Hashim here. Is gonna get CC'd here as well, but is gonna use his dashes to get out. Diana's gonna turn around to try and do something here, but Hashim's just so low. I think they really just need to back out and take the win of surviving, I guess. Galio is in the area of the Spot River as well, ready to just assist his bot lane if they get if a fight starts as well. That's one thing I've recognized, or that we've seen with Bethany here. They've just been really good at having each other's backs. Whenever ESU attempts to just dive them, there's always someone in the area to keep them alive. Now, ESU is going to be kind of grouping in this top river for this Herald that is spawning in the next 20 seconds. Hashim is going to get some prio here in mid lane, but I believe Galio's going to be able to quickly... Ooh, Jinx gets rooted here. Although the Yunara is going to back off. And the Seraphine ult manages to hit both the ADC and the Tom there, which I gotta say, I don't know how that hit the Jinx. I think that was a certified riot moment. And we are gonna see the entire top half of Bethany Swedes is just gonna clean up as ESU tried to get this Herald. So that is gonna be feats going to the side of Bethany Swedes. It is really a sad sight to see. Especially with how ESU did so well in that first game. And Herald is going to get dropped into this mid lane here, driven by the Garen. Yeah, that's just going to be the mid turret taken. However, this Garen did stay, is going to get ulted here, and the whole team is going to show up. They're going to manage to get the Garen, and they don't realize that the Zac is behind them. Teams are going to converge in the mid lane here. Galio manages to taunt too. Real. However, I think Bethany Swedes has the better ARAM comp, I will say. Yeah, that Yunara is just doing way so much damage here. It just makes you wonder, who did they ban instead of Yunara? I mean, there is a reason why Yunara is the most banned character in Worlds.
They probably banned something along the lines of Ashe. Because I know when I was talking to them after that first game, they were complaining quite a lot on how pokey that Ashe was.
It's weird to see complaints with that one, considering that was the game that they won. But I don't know what their mindset is here. We are seeing Diana getting kept off of her jungle. And she's going to get ulted, or the Seraphine's going to try and ult her, but it's just going to miss. And that Galio's just in the area, so Diana's just not able to do anything here. And the Yasuo's just getting caught up by the Yunara and the Zac too. However, he is going to manage to get an ult onto this Yunara here, but sadly, well, the Yunara does fall eventually, but sadly, it's not in time. I believe a Garen ult was used in the top lane to get Kennen down to low health. But he's going to survive. And he's going to back off knowing that there's a Garen in the area. And the Garen's going to tower dive. Don't know what his plan there was. But next drag is going to go to the side of Bethany Swedes. We did see the Jinx Rocket try to take it, but a little too early. Not necessarily putting them at soul point just yet, so. Alright, Jinx manages to, let's see, they are going to try and go in on this Yunara. Is going to get CC'd, and Yunara's going to pop her ult to get out of the fight there. There is a Zac in the area here. Really, ESU needs to get more vision into the Zac's jungle, because he's just getting so many angles on ESU, and they're just not able. We are going to see a double ult here, the combo that they love to go to, but sadly the Seraphine ult is just gonna keep them from doing too much. Jinx is able to take out the Yunara, but it's not a sweep per se, because Kennen is still alive in that top lane, but yeah. And that is going to be second turret for the bot lane down for the side of ESU. Atacon has just spawned as well, and ESU is in no position really to contest. They are going to attempt to contest this, however. At least I would think they would, but it really seems like they're just going to give Atacon. Yeah, they're just going to give Atacon here. Kinnan is going in for this Garen here. And so's the Yasuo. They are going to catch him out. Garen's going to try and get something out of this, but isn't going to be able to. And Diana's just going to get melted by this Diana's going to get melted by this Yunara. It's just so sad to see, really. Like, they have so much vision in the jungle. There's just nowhere for them to go. Although Yunara is gonna go in too far, and I believe is gonna get punished for it. However, ESU really needs to get out of here. Only one able to get out is gonna be Jinx.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
I did not just see that.
What?
The freaking Jinx emoted in your
Nice. Well, at least Aiden's in good spirits. I mean, because if he starts tilting, then I think the game's just over. Yeah. We're gonna see a big ult for Kennen there. But I think they're just gonna, they're just gonna get dove here. The power of jumping is strong with this team.
Use the jump, Zach.
The jump was in fact used.
It was in fact used. You know, the games have been long. We've gone through 2 40-minute games.
Yeah.
And it's just getting to that time where everyone's mental is breaking down, not only because of, whether they're tilted or not, but it's just been a long time. It's been a long season. And it's been a long game.
Yeah. Surprised that y'all, never mind.
You had to cast her.
I didn't say
You were gonna say it.
I didn't say
You were
nothing
gonna
yet.
say it.
I said nothing. I believe this Yunara might actually hit a 20 kill thing though.
Good for her.
Now the Garen's just gonna leave the Yunara to get chased down, but he doesn't not care. He just wants this inhib.
They swallowed him.
Yep, they're just gonna put him in turret range.
Oh,
they
the
were wrong for
emote.
that.
One by one, they all fall.
Indeed.
They're not able to get the
Although that is
Galio.
going to be soul point for the side of
We may see the Swedes go for an end here.
yeah.
Jinx Rock comes out on time.
Although the Kennen ult is going to CC the team, but they're just not able to do anything with it. One. Yeah, and then we're gonna see Aiden T. Allen get jumped again. You know how it'd be. Life of an ADC. And I think that's gonna be game actually.
As Bunny calls it, the life of of having the fan group.
Real.
It's the paparazzi.
The paparazzi, you say?
Yeah, the paparazzi.
I don't know about that, but
That is just gonna be game. Astro gets one into the fountain, almost gets a kill on the Zac from it.
nice.
Just not enough.
But yeah, that is gonna be Bethany Swedes taking the game 2-1 here.
Well, with that being said, we started out strong. We started out strong.
We did. And then it kind of just fell apart.
It really did. Game 1, very strong. Game 2, not as strong. And then Game 3, it's just everyone's mental was down.
Yeah.
With that being said, I guess a recap of this week's events before we leave. This Friday, I guess tomorrow, we're going to have Overwatch here on the stream for the last game of the season.
We might. We're still trying to reschedule it because the
are
other
we?
team isn't able to make the normal team.
Gotcha. So we'll see if we have it this Friday. It may be postponed. Sunday, we have Worlds. Again, 12:30 a.m. on Sunday, the morning of Sunday, Worlds. Come to the esports arena. We're going to have a nacho bar, and we're going to have a great time. So make sure to put it on your calendar. T1 or KT, we will see. The
probably gonna
Telecom
be
Wars.
T1.
I
Just saying.
really want it to be T1 for the 3-peat.
It would be funny if they didn't, but
Yeah.
I mean-
Next week we have nothing. I think the only other thing on our calendar is if you keep up to date with our social media at Emporia Esports ESU, you will see some updates on our competitions that we're going to, our LAN competitions, such as Show Me Your Moves and a in-person chess tournament.
which the chess tournament is this Saturday, actually.
It is. I will not be there, but I will make sure to get someone else to get me pictures.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, everybody, take care.
Enjoy the rest of your Thursday.
And we hope you enjoyed League of Legends this season. Have a
Yeah.
good one.
See you next season.